YouTube, what's good? This is Mike here from MJ Boxing, back again with another video. And on the phone I have the writer from theboxingscene.com and the Ring magazine, David Griezmann. David, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm great. Now, last time I saw you in Atlantic City. That was at the Hopkins Kovalev fight, about 2 weeks ago. Now, talk to me about that fight. Before the fight happened, did you think that matter of fact, who were you picking before the fight happened?
You know, I learned a long time ago not to pick against Bernard Hopkins. He's proven us wrong so many times, and I thought, even though I picked highly of Kovalev, I thought Kovalev was still untested. The kind of style that we've seen Hopkins dissect and beat over and over again, and I thought that unless Hopkins aged overnight, he'd be able to do the same thing against Kovalev. Kovalev proved me very, very wrong.
But you talk about Hopkins' age. I mean, people been saying he was aging for like the past, I don't know, maybe 15 years or so. In that fight, did you see him aging, or just Kovalev just fought at a faster pace and Bernard just couldn't keep up?
You know, I asked Bernard after the fight about whether he lost or why he lost because of his age, and he said no, because if you're going to blame age, then you shouldn't be fighting anyway. No, I think a younger Hopkins might have been able to move more, but the thing that we saw Hopkins do all the years is that he started throwing less, he started getting more, he started using body positioning even more than he already had to take these younger guys off their game. And I don't know if it was his age that kept him from being able to do that so much as it was Kovalev's power. He felt Kovalev's power, and then beyond that, Kovalev's tactics. He was very smart strategically. He used a lot of thinking that Hopkins had to keep him fighting and respecting, because he knew that the power was there. He knew that he was going to be taking these jabs to the body or to the head. He knew that, you know, if he made the wrong move when he came out of the corner and took that counter shot, took the knockdown the first round, that he was going to pay for it. So, you know, usually Hopkins makes the other guy think too much. Now Hopkins had to think before he acted, and the traps that he was trying to set, Kovalev just wasn't falling for, because he was fighting very patiently. So you have to credit John Jackson, Kovalev's trainer. You have to credit Kovalev also as a boxer for learning and then putting that into practice.
Now, when Hopkins fought, the last guy he fought in D.C. was Shomanov. After the fight, I was like, I knew Bernard was going to win, because I was telling some guy, I was like, if you fight Bernard at a slow pace, Bernard would, you know, pick you apart all day. Now, I knew Kovalev fought at a faster pace, so a few people were asking me, like, you know, who I think was going to win, and I was like, you know, I'm not really sure, but I was like, Kovalev do fight at a faster pace as opposed to, you know, Bernard Hopkins, you know, past 5 or 6 opponents. I was like, if you fight at a faster pace, you can beat Bernard. Bernard, in my opinion, never really fought at a faster pace. I mean, he did a little bit when he was, you know, in his 30s, but he was never really a fast-paced fighter. So I kind of knew Bernard was going to have trouble just because, you know, Kovalev fought at a faster pace. But going back to the first round, did you think Bernard got knocked down? Because I thought it was an air slip, but he did get punched at the same time.
It was absolutely a knockdown. He came in, it was more a flash knockdown than he wasn't badly hurt, but it was a clean punch that put him down and caught him as he was coming in. It was a very good counter shot. You know, the thing about the activity, it's not that Kovalev is fighting at a fast pace. It's not that the other fighters weren't fighting at a fast pace normally. It's the fact that they fought slower than they normally do. So Kovalev didn't come in there and go all Glenn Johnson, like when we saw Glenn Johnson against Roy Jones. What Kovalev did is he fought, he threw, you know, single shots, he threw in combinations, but he never got hesitant the way that we see a lot of Hopkins opponents do, where they realize that these gaps, these holes that they're generally looking for aren't there, or that they're made to miss, and as such, they start throwing less and less, and that is what then leads Hopkins to pick them apart. Kovalev stuck to his usual pace. He wasn't going all out, you know, towards Tiger down the stretch, but he had never fought past 8 rounds before. But he was fighting at his normal pace, and Hopkins was never able to slow him down because Kovalev was just going for whatever he saw, whether it was an opening in the guard or whether it was Hopkins' lines which proved themselves.
You talk about hesitation. It seems like when a lot of fighters go up against like big names like, you know, Hopkins or Mayweather, they start hesitating. Why do you think that they hesitate against, you know, big names like that?
It expends a lot of energy to punch, and it's a waste of energy to miss a punch. But beyond that, the counters shut down against Hopkins, shut down against Mayweather, shut down even against Manny Pacquiao because of the speed of what was putting back at them. But the fact of the matter is when somebody throws your tummy off, when somebody makes you keep on resetting, boxing can be a tougher game where you need to be in a certain position to have certain ability to throw punches. You get into a certain mindset, and when those opportunities don't present themselves, is when people just stop throwing. Kovalev didn't wait, and he set his own opportunities, and he did what John David Jackson said, which was treat him like an old man and just punish him as best as you can without going the Glenn Johnson route.
Right. What do you think? What do you think should be next for Hopkins and next for Kovalev?
I think there will be no shame in Hopkins retiring. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he will do that one fight of some significance, just that he can go out on top in a homecoming bout. 50-year-old winning a big fight. I don't know if he's going to get the Kennedy Golovkin fight. I don't think that's in Golovkin's team's best interest to put him in an unfavorable position. But if the money's there, there's also maybe no shame in losing unless he's made to look extremely bad the way that Kelly Pavlik did. I know that people could market it and say, look, he went ugly, he lost to a legend. But in people's eyes, they don't think, oh, well, this 160-pound guy, Golovkin, 170 or 168, and we don't need to hold it against him. To them, they still see the guy lose. So I think it's more in Golovkin's team's interest to keep it in a certain way, to keep him down to 60. I do think we'll see Hopkins fight one more time. I'm just not certain against who. We have to see even whether the negotiations between Pascal and Stevenson shake out. We could still see Stevenson versus Hopkins if that doesn't work out. We could still see a third fight between Pascal and Hopkins if that doesn't work out.
A quick question about the money they got paid. Kovalev got $500,000 and Bernard Hopkins only got $1 million. Were you surprised at the fact that he only got $1 million? I was very surprised.
Well, I don't know if that is fully what they got paid. The money that gets reported to us in general is the fight night guarantee, what has been promised for that. Now, I did see another report that said Kovalev getting $1 million. I also saw Dan Rayfield citing that he said $500,000. Dan Rayfield is generally very on target with his information. There could have been upside money that came in from foreign fees. It could have been ticket sales. I'm not overly surprised, but even if it was just $500,000 for Kovalev, that's a lot more than the $5,000 that we got just a couple of years ago. And don't forget this card was also very great. There's open in terms of what they will pay for certain fights.
All right, David, thank you for your time. Viewers out there, continue to subscribe to my channel, share this video, and I'm out.